So, welcome to this webinar. We're going to talk about this tool called Octoa. For those that didn't sign up for an account, you can sign up for an account here. Let me do that. Okay, my first name is Demo. And I'm going to create a password for this one. So this is how you sign up for an account. Really easy. So you fill in all your company details. So let's call it Team Octoa. So fill in the address, Octoa Street in Amsterdam, and we do in the Netherlands. Okay. I think most people get this. This is not so hard, right, to get through this. Then we come to the second step, and we ask if you apply text to your projects. So if you do, then you can click this setting. You can change this, whatever VAT you have. So we are from the Netherlands, so we have 21%. We go to next. So you can select your currency here. So if you're from Europe and you use European or euros, then obviously you choose euros. You can also do multiple currencies per project, but we'll dive into that a little bit later. Okay, so I leave it to euros. Invoice valid period, 14 days. Yeah, I like to get paid within 14 days. Sounds good to me. Proposal valid period for 30 days. Okay. So here we have a email signature. Let's keep it simple for now. Say kind regards, Team Octoa, or we call it Octoa Photography. Well, just Team Octoa. Okay, so here I'm creating my account. I think this part is easy, right? Everybody gets this. Okay, so now you come to this landing page. You're an Octoa now. Congratulations. Great to have you on board. So let's create a project. So the tool is to help you with your clients, to help you manage the whole process, right? From beginning to end. So from the lead until finishing the project and all the proposals and invoices in between. So let's call this Demo Wedding. And it's JC's wedding. Yeah, JC, it's your wedding. Okay, so jc@octoa.com. Now let's do demo. So JC, when are you getting married? 1st of December. You don't know it yet, but you are getting married. So let's get started. So we have these video tutorials in between, which you can watch, which will explain everything that we're doing. But let's skip it for now, and I'll explain it to you in the webinar. So this is the project detail. You can see this is demo wedding on December the 1st. These are the different steps, phases. So you have the inquiry phase, the proposal sent phase, proposal accepted, deposit paid, and finished. So there are a lot of things to do here. And the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to create a proposal. So once you are here, you create a proposal. You can watch the video again. Again, we're going to skip this. What we've recently added is that you can, we have some proposal templates already for you. So with these proposal templates, you can already have a proposal set up within minutes, seconds, one click, boom. Okay, a nice tutorial explaining you how this works, but I'm going to do that now to you guys. Let me see. Okay, so we give it a name. We say JC's Wedding Videography. Yeah, okay. And we apply text, yes. So we have 21% text included. If you do more commercial projects and you want the text on top of the price, then obviously you choose text excluded. And we want to have a invoice generated when someone accepts the proposal afterwards. So we leave this option on. You see there are 3 steps here. If I don't want the contract, I can deselect the contract, but let's leave all the steps in. Okay, I'll add a logo here. Say open. Okay, I add a logo. You don't have to do this every single time. If you have done it once, it will be in your settings and it will be saved there. So if I have more details from JC, I can edit it and I can add the rest of the details, but I'll just leave it at this for now. The quote number, well, we start with number 1. You can change it to whatever you want. Then the date that it's issued and the due date. Okay, this is all pre-filled because you, in the beginning of the settings, you said the due date is 30 days from the issue date, and the issue date is today. So then we have, in the proposals, you have 2 different options. So you can choose for deliverables, everything that you have to take, and all the optional items. This is a little bit the structure that we work with when we do weddings. So let's say we have a base wedding video package and the tax is 21% and the pricing is 1,750 euros. By the way, this is not our pricing, but this is just a generic pricing that we have put in here so you get an idea of what you could do. So let's say you shoot with 1 videographer, 6 hours of coverage, 3 to 5 minute highlight clip. Maybe you say delivery on a USB, and you want to save this for future use. Basically what this does is that when you create a blank proposal or you want to change the proposal, you can just type a base and you can just add this product really easily. So for the optional items, we have documentary edit, we have additional hours of coverage, we have the express teaser, so we have a lot of options in here. You can add whatever you want. You can remove whatever you want. Say, oh, I don't do same day edit. I'll remove it. You add, I don't offer raw footage. Then you can remove it, or you can add whatever you want. You say second shooter. I think I had that already in there. Additional shooters. So second shooter, 500. More people, more fun. Yeah, I like that. So we save this item. Okay, we can see the text here. If we want, we can add a discount, but we don't have to. We go to the next page, which is the payment page. And the payment is something that automatically generates invoices for you. So you can say the moment that the proposal is accepted, I want them to pay 50%. If you want them to pay 25%, you can make this 25, but then they obviously have to pay the remaining 75% later. So either before or after the project date, 2 weeks before or after. You have different options here. Don't need to go into that now, but you can change it to whatever you want. If you don't want it, you can deselect the option, but we'll leave it on for now. So if you don't want any scheduled payment settings, then don't do it. I like to do it because it communicates to the client when they have to pay, and it also will generate the invoices based on your payment plan. So then let's go to contract. These are basically your terms and conditions. I go to my favorite contract generator website called Lorem Ipsum. Obviously, this is not a real contract, but for the purpose, I suppose like everybody already has a contract ready that you can just paste in here. And then you can save actually as a template and call it a Lorem Ipsum contract. So you can use it for the next time again. So let's see what we have created. So I say save and view. I can send it right away, or I can just check it out. What have we created now? So this is what you've created. You created a proposal. This is what the client also sees. So it says like the base wedding video package and everything we have in there. Okay, this looks good. This looks good. Yeah, everything seems fine. Okay. If I have all of this and I'm ready to send it, I can, okay, let's close this. I can go here and say, okay, let's send it out. So I'm going to send it to JC. I'm going to select, I can select templates here, but this is fine for now. Say, your wedding film. JC, your wedding film is coming. Okay, send. So what happened now is this email has been sent from the tool to the client. They receive an email with the link in it. So basically what you just sent. Since I filled in a bogus email, it never arrives, but let's see what the client gets. Go to here. So here I can copy the link. This is the link that the client also gets. So this is what they receive. They can go through the package and say like, oh yeah, okay, 1,750 euros for the base wedding package. I want to add a documentary edit. I love that. I'll go for an express teaser. And what it does, so it adds everything up. So in the end, they see, okay, this is what we have, and this is the total price and the tax. This is the contract, which they can read. Then the payment terms, okay, 25% as soon as the proposal is accepted, okay. Then 75% by November 17, which is 2 weeks before the wedding date. And then JC says, yeah, this is good. I love this. Say, agree and accept. So the good thing about this is you can send the proposal, they can review it, they can read the contract, and they can sign it. You don't have to send the paperwork anymore. They can do everything online. And you have everything in your tool right now to watch back. Obviously, we're also going to dive a little bit deeper into how the flow can work and what different possibilities you have. Okay, so now he signed the contract. Yeah, he signed the contract. And remember that we said like generate an invoice after accepting the proposal, and we had the payment option set to 25% and 75%. There are 2 invoices generated now. You can see both of them are unsent. You can see the due date here. So if I go here to view, okay, this is the invoice. So this is what the client will receive. So the payment, please pay this amount before September 24. So I can send this out now to the client. I can send it out. I'll just send it like this and say invoice, send, and then they get the invoice. Let's view it. So they have the invoice. Okay. But obviously they don't know how to pay it now. So we have to go to the settings. We go to invoicing, and we can add an invoice footer with all the information. So we say account name, and in this case, I'm just gonna copy everything that's up here, but obviously you need to put in your own account information. This is just example information, by the way. Okay, let's just leave it like this. So we go back to the projects, no thanks. See the project overview, go back to the project again. I go to view, and I see, so by adding this information, then the person knows where to send the money to. Through, if you do it through bank account. Okay. And obviously you can add more stuff if you add like the Chamber of Commerce number and everything you need to put on your invoice, you can add it here. Okay, so now we've sent out the invoice, and let's say, okay, they paid the invoice, you check your bank account, they paid the full amount. You go to mark as paid, and you see, okay, they paid this amount and you say add the payment, and you see this is paid now. So if I look at it, payment received, so I see when the payment was received, and the total amount is 0%. So now you also see that the project changes to deposit paid. The good thing about this is that you know from the client what has been done, what has been sent, what has been paid, and you get this very clear overview. If I go to invoices, okay, good question. So if I go to invoices, you can see an overview of all the invoices, which the due date, which has been paid and which hasn't been paid. So Roses asked, can I just send an invoice? Yes, you can. So if we go back to the project detail, you can just send, you can create a proposal. You can just also create a proposal without generating invoices. That's possible, but you can also just send an invoice. I can base it on a proposal that has already been accepted, or I can just create a blank invoice, call it demo wedding. I say down payment wedding. Yes, okay, 500 euros. I say compose email. I say your invoice. I say send. Boom. There you go. You just sent an invoice. So you can check what the client sees. So they receive this. They can download it as a PDF also. They see all the information that you just put in. And it can be that easy. And once the project is finished, it's finished. So you can just click here, say finished after you have delivered it. You can send emails from this as well. So you have templates here, but you can create more templates to add to make it more clear. So you can add tasks here, say set up meeting, or ask for planning. You can set a deadline. I want the planning at least a month before. So I say ask for planning. I can add notes here. I had a good meeting with JC and his future wife. Save. Okay. All of this will be stored here for you to find back. So you see in the context, we have JC here, the templates. Well, this section, the templates, is where you really create the magic, where things go and start flowing really well. So the lead form is, nice explanation. The lead form is the thing that you put on your website. So I'll show you what we have. So we have a simple lead form here, which is generated in Octoa. So it says name, email address, event location, event date. You can also add a drop down now. So if you want, say, okay, how did you find us? So you add an option and you say Google, Instagram, Facebook, Planner, other. So now you can see that I added this field. So I go to design and preview, and then I see that this field is here. I can also change the whole design. Let's say you have more rounded corners. So this is a little bit technical, but say, oh, I want full rounded corners, or I don't want rounded corners. I just want it to be square. I want to change the colors and everything. It's all possible. If you need help with the lead form implementation, contact us through the chat, send us a message, and we will implement this lead form for you if you don't know how to do it. Because you need to implement some code in your website. Like if you have WordPress, it might be easy. Or if you don't feel comfortable with it, just send us a message either through the chat or through the email. But you can create your own lead form and then implement it on your website. Because if you've implemented it on your website, let's see, and it would look something like this. We say, my name is Jane. My event location is Amsterdam. And, oh, I didn't save it, by the way, so I don't have to drop down yet. Hello, I love your work. Okay, submit. Okay, so let's see what happened. So first of all, I get an email. No, say save. Okay, save, so I saved it. And the project has been added to my overview. You can see the lead form that has been filled in, and I can go through the whole process again. So through the lead form, you can have something on your website and it goes directly through the whole flow of the system. And you can send a proposal right away. I already have, I say wedding photography this time. Okay, it's nice, good. Yeah, this is correct. Oh, I select the lorem ipsum contract. Say compose email. Hi, Jane. Your wedding film. Send. Boom. You can reply to an invoice or an inquiry within minutes. The moment that you see it, with everything set up, you can reply to everything really quickly. Let me log out of this account because this is an account with not so much in it. So I set up a different account with a lot more setup. So let's say log out, log out. Let's go to this account. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you have a lot more projects going on. So we can see here on the project overview, the place where you start is all the active projects that we have currently going on. See 13 active projects. I have 3 inquiries. So if I click on it, I can see all the 3 inquiries. I can see when they were created. Oh, so inquiry one hour ago. I can see where the proposals have been sent, but they haven't accepted it yet. So I might need to chase this. The proposals that have been accepted, but the deposit hasn't been paid. These all paid their deposit. So basically we're waiting for the event to happen. And then when the project is finished, they are here. And when you archive projects, you can also archive projects here. So if we set up the tool even further, I want to dive into so the proposal templates and the invoice templates, the contract templates. Here we have the products. I want to dive into the emails. So what I did here is a flow of emails that you could have when contacting or when you have contact with your client. So we have different phases. So the inquiry first email. So the moment that someone comes in and does an inquiry, you can send them the first email. If they don't reply after one day, you can send the next email which says like, okay, hey, maybe it landed in the spam. We'd love to hear from you. Let's set up a meeting. And you have all these steps that we can do. So 3 days after, 7 days after. If they deny, like if there's, they say like, okay, there's something there, we don't have enough money, or you have a standard reply that you can do. So setting up the meeting. Then after you, so when you do the meeting, for example, you can send the investment sort of proposal so they can look at it. Because I always say like it's better to get a meeting first with the people before you send the proposal. Or if you already have your packages on your website, you can just send the proposal with the package that they've selected, and they can sign it and everything, and you can send the invoice. So it depends a little bit on your process, how you use the tool. So after they have accepted, you send obviously a nice thank you message. When they've paid, you send a message that you've paid it. So let's look at the first email. Let's dive into it. So you give it a subject, and we in the templates you can have tokens. So this could be hey, and I say token, I say choose a token, I say client first name. The reason why this is good is because when you use the template and you send it out to the client, then it uses the name of the client. And the same goes for the project date. You can still manually fill in the location and things like that. And you ask for a meeting. So you don't have to send out the proposal right away. If that's not the way that you work, then don't do it. If you have a brochure, then send a link to a PDF brochure, or we use, for example, FlowHub, and then you can send the brochure and then set up the meeting, or you set up a meeting first. Depends. And afterwards, excuse me, afterwards you send the proposal. So what this would look like. So let's say create a new project. I say, do we do JC again, or we do my wedding? Okay, my wedding. It's next year. I'm already married, so it's not real. Wedding. Let's get started. So I can send a first email, or I can already send a proposal. But in this case, I'd like to send an email where I say, okay, first email, location is Krabi. I got married in Krabi, so. We love Thailand so much. What a great location. And then we say, okay, if you, let's set up a meeting. When are you available? So are you available tomorrow at 1400 to do a call? I say send. Boom. Then I get an email back. I set up a meeting. I send the proposal. I do the wedding videography. I send it either during the meeting or I send it after the meeting, so we can go through it. So I at least explained a little bit what we did. So I send it. Okay, send. I can actually do investment options. There's not a lot in this template, but you can just send it out and you go through the whole flow again. And by adding all this different stuff, you make your process a lot easier. You have a clear overview of all the projects that are going on. It's like, I know that these, for example, are things that I need to chase. So if I'm looking at my inquiries, I was like, okay, I need to do this and do this. Then the proposals that I've sent, I need to chase this one. And the proposals that have been accepted, and the deposit has been paid. So this tool really helps you to manage all of this. Okay, let me check if I adding to dos. Invoices generated, sending on mark invoices paid, templates. Obviously, if the proposals like this, the wedding videography is not, the template doesn't reflect your pricing or the way that you work, then you can obviously change it to whatever it is. Let's say, okay, I don't offer all of this, and my package is 12 hours. I don't have additional shooters. I don't do this. I don't do this. I don't do this. I don't do this. Next. Okay, this I agree with, or the contract and the terms and conditions. Okay, so you save all of this. Oh, tax, I always apply tax included, valid period 30 days. Yeah. And I don't want invoice generated automatically. That could happen. Say save. And you've updated the template. And you can now just choose this template, and all the settings that you've changed now are in there. So if I duplicate this, I say maybe this is for destination weddings, and then you can change. This is the destination wedding package, travel costs excluded. Next, save. And I added another one with destination weddings. It says example, but it's not example. The same goes for the invoices. You can create a new invoice template if you send out invoices regularly. Same goes for the contracts. We have double the contracts. And these are the products. When you are inside a proposal and when you say save for future use, then all the products are here. So all the products that you use more often, you can actually put in here, and you can add it very simply. So let's say for the inquiry we just had, we create a blank proposal, and we say they just want an album, which I added to the product, and they can accept this. Save and edit later. And you've made a little proposal with the contract in here for them. Then some other a little bit more advanced features that we have are under settings, for example, under invoicing. We allow for multiple currencies. And for example, so I'm going to explain that. And I'm also going to explain additional text classes. So if I can have multiple text classes. For example, in the Netherlands, an album has a 9% tax class or tax, and other services have 21%. So I say save. So what does this look like? So if I go back to the inquiry I just got, I can edit the project and I can select the currency. Let's say these are this is United States dollars or US dollars. And you can see that the proposal changed to US dollars. So if you work in a bigger region and you have to send, you want to send like US dollars to US clients and euros to European clients, you can do that here as well. So I say album, and I apply tax. I say 9%, and I say basic wedding film package, which is 21%. Then you can do that, and then you have the different tax classes inside of the project. I think these are things that are interesting for more European people, and I struggled with a lot of these like tax things in other CRM systems. So this is one of the things that we really wanted to tackle. So this is basically what the system can do at this point. We are working hard on adding more features. The next feature that I'm pretty excited about is Stripe integration. A Stripe integration, so you are able to get paid online really quickly. So you send out an invoice, and we have an integration with Stripe, so you can get paid by credit card or Ideal or whatever you need. At this point, we support these two, but if people, if our client base or our user base says like, oh, I need Klarna, or I need this, or I need this, we can definitely look into how we can implement that. And obviously we're working on a lot of different features. We have this Facebook community group. Just look for Octoa Community on Facebook. Join it. It's also in the email. If you've received the email, you can ask questions there. We will update people there on the features that we're working on. We will ask also for input. And we need your help also. You know, we need to build this together. We need to figure out like how can we make Octoa really support the creatives. And we've now based it a lot on the way that we work and all the people that have contributed their feedback, because we've been testing this a lot. And we want to continue to do that and improve it. So if you have any additions that you feel like that we should add, let us know. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions? Do you have any questions? I also looking at Facebook if you guys have any questions. I say Nuno is here on Facebook. Roses, do you have any questions? Anything that you're struggling with? Just let me know. JC, do you have any questions? Was everything clear? Okay. The templates maybe also in Dutch. Yeah, oh, that's a good point that you've mentioned. We are working on a multi-language support. So meaning that first we will do the client side so that everything will be translatable to whatever language, Dutch, German, Italian, Portuguese, French. So you can have all the client, so the client sees everything in their own native language. Updating everything to a multi-language for the whole system is going to be a little bit of a bigger project, but we are trying to get the multi-language in as soon as possible. For the Dutch people, we're also working on the Moneybird integration, so that you can easily send all your contacts and your invoices and everything with are integrated with Moneybird, so you can have it integrated with your bookkeeping tool. So, and that's more for, I think, the German market and the Dutch market, and we will continue to do these kind of integrations and looking at what our user base wants. So. The payment, online payment feature, we will add these coming weeks. JC's working on it really hard, I hope. No, he is. So we've got a lot of exciting things coming. Yeah, JC always working hard. That's true. JC is always working hard. So if there are no further questions, or if there are still questions, then join our Facebook community, ask questions there. We would love to have you on board. We would love to help you out, making your life easier, spending less time on the business. And I know that sometimes like a tool like this, setting it up can be a little bit overwhelming, but once you've set it up, it is so easy to do all the back office stuff. And if you don't believe me, ask Ricardo, and he is one of the most technical people I know when it comes to these kind of systems. And he loves it. He is able to use it once everything is set up. I mean, it runs really, really smooth. So also, if you have any feedback, let us know, because we'd love to grow and become better at all of these things. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope to see you on board. If you have any other questions, let us know. And I'm gonna leave you guys here.